Greetings, duelists, and welcome to another video. A new card just got revealed for the Yubel theme. This is Phantom of Yubel. Uh, as you guys already know, Yubel is a theme that it was one of the main themes in Phantom Nightmare, and as of late, Konami has decided to give more and more legacy support for Jubel. Later in April this year, we're going to be getting Nightmare Throne, which is an incredibly really strong card for the archetype. And now we have been revealed this new monster, which is called Phantom of Jubel. So I'm going to read the fusion monster real quick. I'm going to read what the card does, and then I'm going to explain why this card is such a big deal for the Yubel theme in itself. And not only that, I think after Snake Eye Fire King format ends, this might be the next best deck to look out for. Uh, like I think the support being received for Jubel is incredibly strong, and you'll see why in a moment. So the monster reads one Jubel monster and one Fiend monster with 0 attack and defense. Those are the future materials for it. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by shuffling them above cards from hand, field, and or graveyard into the deck extra deck. Cannot be used as a fusion material. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, you take no battle damage from battles involving this card. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can tribute this card. That effect becomes your opponent destroys one Yubel monster from their hand, deck, or field. You can only use this effect of the Phantom Yubel once per turn. So essentially what this card is a free summon that can be used with a Jubel and a 0/0. We've already spoke about Nightmare Throne and how easily splashable a lot of 0/0 Fiend monsters are. Like, for example, the Sacred Beasts, DD Savant Kepler, just to name one or two examples. However, now with Nightmare Throne, by itself, you can get to the Phantom Yubel. And not only that, there are a lot of applications that you can use by summoning this card. Adding to that, it is a fusion monster that can be fusion summoned or special summoned rather by using materials directly from your graveyard. So it's very similar to like Vicious Astrolaud and the Ritual Beast like fusion monster, like the Jansing one, and that is a very big deal because it enables a lot of shenanigans and a lot of plays. Adding to that, this like being able to like neutralize monster effects is also a really big deal, and you'll understand what I mean by that very soon. So the first implication I want to show involving Phantom Jewel involves Elemental Hero Prisma. Uh, for those who don't know, Elemental Hero Prisma can reveal one fusion monster from your extra deck, and then just send one of the fusion materials whose name is listed to the graveyard, and this will become that effect. As of right now, if you look at Phantom Jubel, that requires one Jubel monster, so you cannot reveal this for Prisma. However, there is one fusion monster that you can reveal for Prisma, and that fusion monster is this one. Elemental Hero Neos Kluger. So the materials for this is Elemental Hero Neos plus one Jubel, specifically Jubel. Meaning that as a cost, you can just send Jubel to the graveyard, and now Prisma's name becomes Jubel. And that is actually really cool because now you can just shuffle back Jubel and Prisma and just summon the Phantom of Jubel. And the really cool thing about that effect, or at least that interaction, is that both materials for the Phantom are back into your deck. So if you decide to run multiple copies of the Phantom Jubel, that is almost infinite resources, or does like resources you can just keep looping. in order to like just summon this card. Now that I spoke about the one card combo that can just summon the Phantom Yubel, I'm gonna show you another one card combo. That one is the next one is specifically with Nightmare Throne, and it involves Nightmare Throne adding Samsara D Lotus. So the combo goes as follows: you just normal the D Lotus. D Lotus can tribute itself, and it will special summon one Yubel monster from the deck. You're not summoning actual Yubel. What you're going to summon is going to be Spirit of Yubel. So Spirit of Yubel is being summoned, and Spirit of Yubel can set or add a spell or trap that has Yubel in the name. And what we're going to do is we're going to like set the Nightmare Pain. Nightmare Pain will destroy the Spirit of Yubel, and it will make it so we add a monster or a card with Yubel in its name. So essentially, this Nightmare Throne combo can be done like sideways. However, the important part about Nightmare Throne and the reason you're activating Nightmare Throne before doing the Samsara, like activating Samsara, is because in a separate chain, let's resolve the Nightmare Pain first. If we can find it. I forgot to add the Infernal Grave Squirmer, so we're just going to use the proxy one. And now both the Nightmare Throne and the Spirit of Yubel will trigger. And both of them are going to summon two Yubel monsters. The Yubel monsters that we're going to summon are going to be Terror Incarnate and regular Yubel. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4 summons. This is going to be summon number 5. We're going to link those two away, and the monster we're going to link away into specifically is Cross Sheep. So if your opponent has Nibiru, they have to summon Nibiru now. Otherwise, this combo is about to get crazy, and you'll understand that not only are we going to do a very crazy combo, but we're also going to be like protected from Nibiru. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to summon the Phantom. We're going to put both Yubels back to the bottom of the deck. Now Cross Chip is going to trigger, and Cross Chip is going to bring back the Samsara, the Lotus. Now we're going to do the Infernal Grave Squirmer's effect. This is the Infernal Squirmer, just pretend that it is. And then we're just going to banish it. Or actually, it will use this effect to just special the Spirit of Yubel. So this is still in graveyard. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the Samsara, we're going to take the Spirit of Yubel, and we're going to turn them into Unchained Lord of Yama. Now we're going to do Yama's effect. In Yama, is going to add us an Unchained card, well, Unchained monster rather. And the monster we're going to grab is Chibara. Now what we'll be able to do is use Infernal Squirmer to banish itself and special summon the Spirit of Yubel. We can now do Chivara's effect and pop the Spirit of Yubel. And then Chivara is going to get summoned. We're now locked into Fiend monsters while Chivara is on the field, but it doesn't matter. We're going to do Spirit of Yubel. And we're going to be summoning regular Yubel. So this will be another summon. And now what we can do is we're grabbing the Yama and the Chivara. And those will turn into Unchained Soul of Rage. And now the Chivara will trigger because it falls into a graveyard. And that's going to set our Escape of the Unchained. So essentially what we have here is We have the standard Unchained combo, the one that involves like rage as well as escape. But not only that, we have Yubel in rotation, and we have Phantom of Yubel, meaning that if your opponent tries to insulate your combo, you can use the Phantom, and the Phantom will just put back Yubel, or just blow it up, and then Yubel will summon the Incarnate. And take note, as long as Nightmare Pain is on the field, your opponent is forced to attack a Yubel monster if you control a Yubel monster. So the reason why Nibiru is kind of useless is because during the entire combo, after you summon Cross Sheep, you're going to control the Phantom of Yubel, meaning that if your opponent like just tries to like insulate the Yubels, you can just use its effect and tribute it and just spawn another Yubel from the deck. Take note that the summon of Phantom of Yubel is not once per turn. This and its tribute is once per turn. So if you you can just in part of your combo just summon another copy of the Phantom of Yubel by just putting back the Spirit of Yubel and the Lotus back into your deck, or just putting back your regular Yubel back into your deck. So yeah, this is a really strong combo, and this is just a one card combo with Samsara. There are other combos in this deck that are just as strong. There are combos that end on this monster right here, which is the Valdrath. If you remember my Testina video, I talked about this card, which is another new card from Legacy of Destruction. So overall, Yubel is looking like a very strong theme. And if you need proof of concept of why this can be the case, uh, this deck already topped a regional in its first weekend. Not only that, but if you look at the deck list like on the screen, almost everything for the combo is already being played in the main deck, meaning that there's not much room for like changes and innovations that you need to do in order to fulfill like the full combo with Cross Sheep. Adding to that, if you look at the hand trap lineup, you see Dimension Shifter. This is a deck that really doesn't get hurt by Dimension Shifter that much, and Dimension Shifter is pretty much the best hand trap in the game, meaning that like essentially you have a really strong strategy that has a very promising future. So I would say keep an eye on Jubel. Like if you want to invest into a strategy that is not a fire deck for later this year, I highly recommend this one, especially since it's a pretty much a budget option at the moment. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Phantom because I think like Konami is really pushing to make Yubel a very competitive strategy, which is something we haven't seen with a legacy archetype in a long time. Uh, and like these are like between this and this, we have really strong cards enough to like push this deck to tier one contention. Like as of the time of this recording, we're currently in a tier 0 edge format. However, once that deck is addressed, we're probably looking at the very next best deck, or at least one really strong contender moving forward. That's it from me. I hope you found this video informative and to your like understanding. Keep practicing and keep doing.